Yeah, you better get your shit together now. Okay, yeah, get all that shit together. Okay, because right now we got a hell of a show. It's ladies' night. Ladies, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate you coming to JPTV. Believe it or don't. Woo, we're gonna have a hell of a show. We're gonna have a nice, honest show today because the ladies are honest. And we appreciate that. We appreciate the ladies' honesty. Okay. So the whole subject of this show today is just to answer men's questions. So it was about 50 men, age ranging from 23 to what 70. Okay, that I asked these questions to, and they really want to know the mind of a woman these days. Okay, and they also want to know some questions that they scared to ask. But you know me, I'm gonna go right at it. I'm gonna just ask you. You know me, okay? So before we get into that, ladies, and I have some gentlemen on the panel as well. I do want everyone to introduce themselves and to let us know your occupation. Just so you can get your own thing out there. Maybe you have a business or something that you have and we're not aware of, me or my viewers, and they can, one day support you. And today there will be a cash prize. Okay? Yeah, it's only $10, nigga, but it's okay. Okay, it's something.
Where? How much?
It's $10. $10. $10. But you got to get it right though, so you might not win. All right. So with that being said, let's go to a little quick something real quick.
Why I'm moving and stuff? What you trying to sell me?
But it ain't working. Okay, so okay, let me open up the chats because I do ask people tuning in. Miss Dove 79, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate that. Okay, let me bring the people that's in today. Who should I choose first? Let me see. Should I choose? Nah, she on the phone. Can't pick her. Okay, let me see. All right. Well, this lady, she also was on a previous show, and really appreciate her coming through. She's real dope. She can introduce herself and her occupation. All right, I'm gonna bring her in. Hey, what's your name and what's your occupation? She wasn't ready. Hey, so okay, that's all right, T. Come on in, come on back. I know you can't hear me. I was having some technical difficulty. I know how it is. Okay, let's bring in. And this is a new lady. Okay, that's coming to the JPTV. Really appreciate her coming through. Real strong, sister. I tell you. Well, we'll figure out the strong stuff. But she's great. All right, let's bring her on in. She can introduce herself and the occupation.
Hi everyone, my name is Hita and my occupation, I'm a paralegal.
All right, all right, all right. I know you did just need some of that. All right, so we got some more people on the panel. Let me go ahead and back up. Okay, she's back in. I see you, T. I see you, T.
Yeah. I know it's like freezing up or something.
So, what's your name and what's your occupation?
My name is Tammy Anderson. I'm the CEO of ASAP Tax Pros VR.
All right, all right. Of course, we're going to ask you more about that, what that means later on in the show. But let's go ahead and roll on. All right. Now, this is, co-host. She's from another show that I engage with, KNYN. Everybody know about that. All right. Shout out to my homeboy, Southside's what I call him. Anyway, let's go ahead and bring it in. Co-host, what's happening? Introduce yourself in your face.
Hey y'all, my name is Sharia and I work for DC Public Schools security. So yeah, this is my husband Killer. Yeah, they know Killer.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. That was my piece right there. Grew up with them, and his real name is his real name. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the say the best for last. We got Miss Controversy herself, because sometimes she don't know what she be talking about, but some say she do. Some say she do. I give it. Some say she do. Really appreciate her coming through on JPTV. Her second time coming through. Let's go ahead and introduce yourself and your occupation.
Hello, y'all. This your girl, BB the Voice, and I'm a financial analyst for a university here in the District of Columbia. And I'm here to talk my trash on JPTV tonight.
All right. Well, welcome. Everyone looks beautiful. Look at y'all today. Welcome to JPTV. Really appreciate this. Okay, we're going to get on with the get on, okay? Now, we do have some men in here. Men, you can go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick. This is ladies' night. She already introduced the killer, but go ahead and introduce yourself.
This is Marcus Hemingway, and I'm an immigration officer.
All right, so we got everybody on the panel today. You know what I'm saying? Everyone in different walks of life. I really appreciate it. We did have a homegirl come through, but she was gonna spice up the view. But okay, let's move it along. All right. So, ladies, please, try to be as honest as you can, because the men really want to know what's going on. Okay, the men really want to know, and I also want you to tell men what they aren't doing, or what would you like for them to do. Okay, let me try this.
What do you want? What do you want? It's not that simple. What do you want? God damn it.
She won't be playing none of that shit today. Okay, so so I don't know if y'all can hear me, but okay, look. So that was about relationships. All right. First topic is relationship. Men want to know, what do women want? Because I know it's not that simple. So we want the ladies just to take it. Just tell us, what do women want out of a relationship? You can't hear? Damn. Come in and come out. Oh, hold on. Okay. She can't hear. So, for those who aren't in relationships or in, a woman still knows what she wants, okay? It sounds real static. On your end, it does. Come in and come out. Maybe. How I sound to y'all? Do I sound staticky to y'all?
Sound good.
You sound fine. You sound fine.
Okay. T, probably come back in and come back out. You good now? Can you hear us now?
I can hear you.
Okay. So the question was, what do women want? Men are thinking that it's not that simple. It has to be something. Like, what is it do women want ultimately?
A man that's loyal,
Well,
consistent.
that's a broad question. You gotta be specific.
See what I mean? It's not that simple. Ask a man what he want, and he gonna tell you. But it seems like the women gets the question. Oh, well, no. Well, hold up, BB. Go ahead.
No, see,
What you say now, BB? You say that.
you know what I want. So you're not gonna come over here talking about some seeds, women, blah blah blah, because this woman knows what she wants. I want a man that's respectable, that's kind, that's compassionate, who's a provider, and ultimately a loyal man, a God-fearing man. It's not difficult. I believe the men make it difficult when they turn their ears off when we speak, because women only been saying the same thing 100 million times, maybe just different ways.
And
You gotta say it.
what are some things that women been saying? I mean, let's face it. Um, Men been trying their hardest to do what they need to do. If a man has a truck driver job, the woman is in the house with the kids, but she always seems to have someone in there as well. So why can't she just stick to the script
What
and
do you mean have someone else in there?
not easily influenced?
What you mean by have somebody else in there? What, the kid's aunt, the kid's uncle, the kid's grandparents? What you talking about, JP?
A physical person, a companion.
Oh, no, that's where you're wrong at. Okay, we're gonna have to companion that animal or something that's coming in. But what we're doing is making sure the kids are straight. When you a real woman and you dedicated to your man and your children, there is no time for another companion.
Okay. And that's
Thank you.
And ladies, just let me reassure you that these are questions that men want to know. Okay,
I
so
can't hear.
don't attack me. Okay, but take it off.
You're the head of the dudes who want to talk trash about strong women committee, so don't even start.
Okay, so that ain't right. That ain't right, girl. Okay. So if the man is the provider, and Tammy, we spoke about this previously. If the man is the provider, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does he have the say so to allow you to stay home with the kids and he physically go out and work? BB?
He has to say so.
Hold up.
He has to say so because he's the head. So I feel like he has to say so. But at the end of the day, being a woman, we should still have our own opinion on whether or not we want to stay at home with the kids. Everybody don't want to be the housewife. Everybody don't want to stay at home with the kids. So just because he's the breadwinner doesn't mean that we don't have an opinion.
Okay, so ladies, y'all all agree?
No.
If a man had everything that y'all a provider, that's what mainly what y'all want, comfortability. So once he has that for you, he say, hey, stay home with the kids, run a business, and you know what I'm saying, and nurture the kids. I go out and do that because if you go out, you're gonna get influenced. Some guy gonna be, hey, oh, that's my work wife. You know what I'm saying?
That's not the truth.
Okay.
What?
It's not no if he say so. Like, what do you mean if he say so for me to stay home and watch movies? Like,
All right, so I came in the middle, so I don't know exactly what you guys are talking about.
JP tripping.
But if you can repeat the question again, I can
JP
answer
talking about if a man say that you can stay home with the babies while he go work. Remember, if the man say, what do you mean say? If I choose to stay home with the kids, okay, I will.
I still can't hear you.
You're not going to tell me that I'm going to stay home if the man say.
Is the sound?
So what are you going to listen to?
Okay.
Are you going to listen to him?
I'm going to work. I'm not staying home with just the kids because if something happened to my man, who going to pick up the slack when something happened and bills are still
you already home picking up the slack.
Bills are still due. Pepco, water, gas.
I can't
Yeah,
hear.
I feel like it should be a choice. I feel like we should have our own, our own choice. Like if that's what we want to do, but don't make it seem like that's what we have to do. Don't have to do that.
Exactly. Because you have to be a father, but it don't look like the guy is doing that.
Hello. Exactly.
But I mean, at the end of the day, we're women. We're not robots. We're not dogs. We're not cats. We have our own opinions. So at the end of the day, if you're going out there and be the breadwinner, what makes you think that we just want to sit at home and deal with the kids? That's the issue. That's the issue right now.
Right.
Men think that because I make the money, the woman should do what I say, how I say, and when I say. We have no opinion. We can't say anything. And that's not how life goes anymore. Because to be honest, to run a real house, you need 2 household income. Or 1 household income is going to limit. So, yeah, if you want me to stay at home, don't tell me I can't go get my nails done this week because the check's short. So if you want me to stay at home, don't tell me I can't go get a Gucci bag this week because you ain't make commission. So at the end of the day, I mean, we are women. We still have our own opinion. It's not like our ancestors. That worked back in the day. That don't work
I was
now.
about to say that. I think the problem is they so stuck on back in the day. Even like now, like with relationships, they think like we should shut up. Whenever the man say go, shut up. Don't talk back. Don't do this. Don't do that. Well, I have an opinion. I can voice how I feel. I can say how I feel too. Like I'm a very strong head. You're not about to just tell me anything and say do this and do that. No, that's not how it works. We're not in the 1920s and we're not doing it. Point blank. Period. JP.
Back then, families were more intact than now because of that type of system. So that's why.
That's true. That's true.
That's not true.
That is true.
The families.
No, hold on, JP, hold on.
That's not true. And
look, listen.
True.
Hold on. See, a lot of the ways that we live is really not our ways. You know what I'm saying? We was all tribes from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I know we got our families, but the family was a tribe. So how JP trying to pursue it like nah, and that don't go in. To me, I feel though is in our situation as Black people, shit, we definitely need two incomes.
Absolutely.
Because at the same time, first of all, we endangered species as Black men. Period. So you never know what, like she said, you never know what the fuck might go on. So who gonna pick up the slack?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She still gotta have her man, her how you can say her whatever her profession is, and she whatever she wanna do, and she doing something as well. Shit, I just don't wanna be the breadwinner because that shit don't. I mean, then when the fuck if I need to take a break and chill out and get myself a break, what the fuck I'm gonna do?
Right.
And that's my thing. That's my thing when it comes to relationships. Like a lot of people want to build a relationship on how our ancestors did it. So my thing is, we as women always expect a man to make the money, bring the bread, blah 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 blah, while we just kick our feet up and enjoy life. But my thing is, in a relationship, it's 50-50. So what happens if the man needs to take a break and he needs to get himself together? So we are supposed to just stay at home and watch the kids and the house fall apart. I mean, the man has issues as well. Sometimes he needs to take a break. Sometimes he needs to kick back ill and not really grind so hard. When do we ever get ourselves together if we constantly wanting our demands and he got to do this and he got to do that? So when do we get?
And honestly, it's 2021. I don't want to be in the house all day with no bad ass kids. That's that. Okay. Know that.
Right.
I need a peace of mind. I'm gone. Bye. I don't want to.
Right. I mean, I just don't believe in it. I mean, JP, you know, you had this conversation before. I mean, I don't believe in it. I mean, now women are making more money than men. It's 2021. All that where the man was the breadwinner. 90% of the women just grinding like real hard right now. But we don't take it from the man being the head. As long as he's leading me right, yeah, you could be the head. But if you're trying to lead me to hell, man, I'm not listening. I'm not listening. You can't tell me nothing. Don't talk to me.
Thank you.
Okay, so for the most part, if I'm a millionaire, you still want to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck is wrong with you?
That's your $1 million.
Tripping like shit.
That's not mine.
So hold up.
I got. Hey, remember?
So you'll sign the prenup, right?
No, not signing the prenup.
Oh hell no! See, y'all can't have it one way. Y'all can't have it one way and listen to me and don't listen to me. Y'all gotta listen to me.
The reason why I'm not signing a prenup because I feel like my husband is coming to me as if the marriage is going to fail. Why do you need a safety net if we?
It's insurance. You got life insurance,
right? How do we need that? Right.
I mean,
if you trust me,
know who you dealing with then.
Exactly. Don't say I do if you got to put them on a contract because my love is not a contract.
That is exactly what that is. And it caused a lot of commotion.
And you keeping me in a box because with the prenup comes rules. They have it's a contract that you cannot break. Or this is what you won't get or will get.
The paralegal know.
Look,
Maybe it gets y'all to act right.
hey JP,
Not.
JP,
That's
just like prime example, the linebacker that played for Washington, what was his name?
You know it. You know I know. You know I know. Dexter Manley.
No. He went to Dallas after he was with us. He played with RG3 in him.
And he went to Dallas.
Yeah.
Went to Dallas.
Yep. Man,
I don't know.
man, damn. Alpha. Hold on, no. Morse. Something Morse.
Okay, and what happened with him? Go ahead.
Some Morris. You see how he played when he first came to the league? He had that money. You see what the fuck he kept driving? That motherfucker Mazda 626. He ain't spend a dime. He ain't spend a dime. Fuck that nigga. Anything can happen. He ain't spend a dime. And he still got that car, Slim. That's what let you know, man, Slim, just because you're a millionaire, that shit, a million ain't shit.
All right. So,
But
all
at
right.
the end of the day, that's his money. So if he come to me and say, "Hey, look, I want you to sign a prenup," that means whatever he had before me is his. Like I'm building my own empire, son. I don't want your coins. I want you. I don't care nothing about your coins.
Right.
So at the end of the day, we're gonna build our stuff together. So whatever you had, if I don't want to sign a prenup, then that's saying that my mind is already that I want something out the deal. Like
Yeah.
Y'all women already have what y'all gonna do before we even know that y'all gonna do it. So y'all telling me we can't be first to have some insurance about our that's the only thing that we got at the end of
Hold on, though.
we saying you can have your prenup, son. Sign it like we don't care nothing about
if I'm a millionaire and I say I'm a split, the first thing you're gonna do is get some lawyers to get half of that money.
Man, I don't want none of your
Nah, as long as you if it's a clean split, but now if you done some shit.
That's
That's
even if
the
you done something, take your coins, your headache, all your problems and your issues, and go somewhere else with it.
but at the same time, Slim.
Build and act like you never existed. See you on side of the road and be like, "What up, son?" And keep doing.
You know, I gotta say, go ahead.
Can I say
ahead.
something? Okay, my take on prenups is whatever you had before B, that's fine. You can keep it. But I'm a believer of you're going to go into a marriage that you're going to build together. So anything that you have or you establish during the duration of our relationship or our marriage, if we sign a prenup, I would say, okay, well, we have to figure out our expenses when it comes down to, maybe a business that I may be tied to. But whatever he had before, that's yours. But whatever we establish together, we need to come up with a understanding, or we need to come up with how much you're going to receive and how much I'm going to receive of that share. If that makes sense.
It does. That makes sense.
Okay. Let me say this right. Let me say this, because when you think about a prenup, you got to think about it in the simplest terms of a retirement. Because if you start a retirement package before you met somebody, once you meet that person has rights to half your retirement. Even though they might not put out $1 into that retirement, they have rights to that retirement. And then a lot of people, when they go to divorce court or whatnot, it's like the judge will ask, well, hey, do you want some parts of his retirement? And some people say, no, that's his retirement. That's her retirement. They build it themselves. So a prenup is not always bad. Sometimes we look at it as a negative because you feel like I'm only in it for the money. But at the same time, if I was playing professional basketball and I done shot 1 million jump shots and you ain't shot one, then no, you're not a part of that jump shot money. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, if you build anything after that, then yes. But one more thing I got to say. Y'all ladies say that man has to, he might need a break. It's not a man's choice to have a break. If a man's going to do what he's going to do, he's going to work to the end. He gets a break when he goes on retirement or go hang out with the homeboys. But he works 24/7, 7 days a week to make sure that everybody has what they have. So I don't believe in taking a break. I believe I got to keep.
Die tired. He's gonna be tired. He's gonna die tired. Tired as hell. Goddamn. Hell no.
Ain't gonna be no work. You ain't giving your
Damn.
No, the kids, all that. It's like, see, you know what?
No, bro. Hell, I don't want him. If he don't get a break, break, I don't want him because that means he's
He
grumpy
gonna be
as hell.
total.
No, it ain't always. No, 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 no.
A break,
It's not.
a
Go
break
ahead.
doesn't necessarily mean that he quit his
Mean like
job and
taking
say,
off
Right.
"Oh yeah," you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
not taking off time, but you might just need to ease up. You
Clear
you
your
never know.
mind.
Clear your mind.
okay, but
Hey,
that's what vacations is for. That's what
Yeah.
spending quality time with your partner is for. When you talk about these
hey,
breaks, it's like, okay, I get the whole, oh, I need a break, but break, you mean like quit your job and lay back and I pay all the
nah,
bills?
nah, hell nah.
Okay,
Nobody ain't
okay,
quitting
okay.
that.
So there is no break. You know, if you're in a partnership with someone, what do you mean by break? Because if I'm
So
in a
let me
partnership with someone,
No, we talking
No,
about
we was
working
talking about
wise,
as far as like
working
working.
and things like that. Like
I don't know.
I work construction, right? I do lag. I do
Okay.
lagging. So I'm man
That could be
in the
hard on your
mud.
body.
I'm in the mud 24/7. Matter of fact, it ain't even mud no more. We so deep in the ground, it's clay. You
Mhm.
stuck. You getting
Okay.
stuck. Your boots getting stuck in the clay. You
Uh-huh.
got a 75-pound red log. You carrying it. It ain't no you ain't carrying it with no machines and nothing. So you carrying it to your spots. So as time in, and they'll tell you even at the job, they be like this, man. We're gonna give you like 3 or 4 days off so you can rest your body or whatever. You know, get your mind together. You know, we've been working for these amounts of weeks or months. They tell you that because if you overwork yourself,
Yeah, so
you gonna die.
I don't think
You
you was
not
in
gonna.
here when we was talking about that, but we was talking about like in general as far as being the breadwinner, like, you know, like men deserve breaks too. Like it's not always about them providing all the time. You know, they deserve to have a break too. Like not saying kick back, chill, don't work for years and months and no, but we say in general, you know.
You
You
know,
know,
But even if he takes a break, I hear what you're saying. But even if he decides he want to take a break for 4 days, how would that interfere with him not being the breadwinner or not or sitting back and saying, okay, you got this? Like that's what I'm trying to understand. When you mean break, do you mean as
let
far
me
as
rephrase it because I was the one
yeah?
who started the break thing.
Okay, okay.
So
Because I came
let
in
me
the
kind of
middle, so
like
I don't
rephrase
know.
it so
That's
you
why
can kind of like understand what I'm
yeah.
saying. So we have this concept. We'll wake up one morning and be like, "Oh, honey, guess what? I think I want to go back to school to be a doctor. I want to go back to school to be a nurse, or whatever the case may be." So he might easily say, "Okay, honey, that's cool. You can go ahead and go back to school. I'm gonna work overtime. I'm gonna do blah blah
That's
blah. You can get your hours cut, so you
excuse me.
can go to school and get this degree, right?" But then what happens when he don't work for 20, 30 years and he decides to say, hey, look, I think I'm going to quit my job because I want to start my own cooking show. So then what we say, oh, no, you can't quit your job because you got to pay the house note, you got to pay the car note. But he'll be quick to say, well, nah, babe, you can go ahead and cut your hours down. I'm going to pick up some extra hours. So my thing is sometimes men need breaks. Sometimes they doing jobs they don't want to do. They going and do places they don't want to go because in actuality they know that they really can't afford to quit their job, and we don't even pave the way to give them a chance to quit to do the things that they really want to do because we so caught up on, oh, you got to pay this, oh, you got to do this, but we're so quick to say, I want to start this and I want to do this and I want to do that, and we want them to support us. So that's
Wait,
when I said
Okay.
break.
So
what?
okay, can I ask a question for the men that's on here? I know the one guy you answered it, but do you guys feel even comfortable, regardless if a woman is agreeing to you saying, okay, I'm gonna go and I want to do something else, I want to go back to school. Do you guys agree to even take that opportunity to say, I'm gonna step down and allow my wife or my girlfriend or whoever to lead the way? Do you guys even feel comfortable? That's because I could say all day and night, you could quit your job and I'll hold it down, but it's up to the man at the end of the day. And
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's
I
up to
gotta.
them.
I was born and raised in the South. I'm not saying there's nothing different between hard work. When my father, the only time he took a break when he retired, we saw him work 24/7, 7 days a week without any complaints. And whatever they wanted to do, him and my mother, they just did it. And a break wasn't an option in our house. It was like you work, you take care, and you get a break when you retire. You get a break if you go out of town, but there's no switching up If you in a career field and you want to switch, you better make sure that that career field that you're about to switch to have equal or greater potential than what you left from. So when I mean that there's no break for a head of a household, you keep it pushing and you make sure the same coins that you got coming in better be increasing if you're going to take a break or try to figure out some kind of way. I was the type of dude that I'll work 3-4 jobs and I wouldn't even sleep. When I was going to school, I was working at BMW from 5 to 8 in the morning, 5 at night, 8 in the morning, get up, go to class, then go to class, then go to my second job. I did that for 3 years until I went off to a university. There was no breaks in my life. I don't operate on a break. And I'm not saying the man should or shouldn't. I understand when you have physical labor jobs, because I did those too as well. For me, it's a different mindset. I'll keep pushing till my body quits on me. And then once my body quits, then I'll force myself to take a break. Other than that, there's no break in me.
That's what I do. That's what I do. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying take a break because it's never break. Even if I'm called, I might not doing nothing physically as my job, but I still got different ways to have income coming in.
Right, and I'm thinking we like when you brought up the break thing. I think we kind of coming over to what we was actually talking about, right, B? Because I think
we was talking about
that's okay.
A vacation for a guy deserves a break like that.
Right.
I don't think anybody wants a break from like their job, and I don't see a man taking a break from working. I do feel like they may need
talking about
a vacation because any man, any breadwinner will take a break.
So
I think it depends on. I think it depends on the man.
So we get the point.
You can say that, but there's a lot of men that didn't take breaks. There's a lot of men that work themselves.
Not all, but most will work. I guess that's what, fellas. To get your answer, to get your question answered, I guess some of them will work. I guess some of them won't.
I mean, I personally.
My name is Big Jeff, and I'm ready to see where the hot house at.
Okay, that's my cousin Big Jeff, man. Just before we get into the second part of this show, we're gonna have roll on to the next question because we spent too much motherfucking time on that. We're gonna go ahead and roll on to the next one, okay? So the next question, I have okay, only got $10. Okay, I got $10. I only got $10, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna break it down 5 and 5. Okay, we're gonna have 2 winners tonight instead of 1. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, so to break the ice a little bit, ladies, it's a question for you. $5 cash bucket. I'll cash app you. Okay, if two is a company, right? If 2 is a company and 3 is a crowd, what make 4 and 5?
Too daggone many.
I don't even understand the question.
$5 cash bucket.
That's some police ass shit.
If two is a company,
look, 2 is a crowd, 3 is a crowd, and more than 5 is the fuck they used to say.
Oh God, is this a riddle?
I don't know, man. It's some police shit, man.
Oh.
I'm telling you. Go ahead and tell them. Go ahead and tell them, man.
Okay.
What is it?
I'm not gonna tell you that one. Okay, I move on to the next one. Okay, if a plane crashes on the borderline of the United States and Canada, right, where would you bury the survivors at?
What?
Well, you can't bury them. They probably done blew up in the done broke down in the crash.
She right. You can't bury them. They burned up in the crash.
Yeah, they in the air. They,
Yeah.
Well, you can't bury survivors. Okay, so we go to the next one. All right, great job, everyone. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Okay, we had to lighten it up for the ladies real quick. Get a little humor inside real quick. Okay, now we're gonna move on to something, right? We're gonna get real. We're gonna dig real deep. We're gonna go deep. I mean, deep. Okay. All right. Next question, ladies. and you got to be real about this, okay? Why do women always, when they're around a man, they put their screen down?
JP, you being messy.
JP, I think you worded the comment wrong. You
Go
meant
ahead and do
to
it
say
for me.
why when ladies hang out with men, their phone.
They turn their phones
You
Yeah.
tried it.
No,
When
okay.
do you see a woman's phone face down? Like if you look at
Exactly.
the situation, 90% of the time it's the man.
Thank you.
Because the woman keeps her phone up because she has a point to prove. He turned it down.
And
I didn't even realize that I did it. Like it don't mean nothing. I just do it.
No, that's because you're just being sneaky.
That's what it is.
I will be concerned with the one who has their phone up, because women we play games like that. So we know how to mute messages. We know how to silence calls. Anybody that we don't want calling us, they're on the block list. So if we're going on a date and I'm like, look, I don't want this person calling me, but I want to make it seem as though I'm available and I'm not talking to anyone. So, we play our games. We don't have to turn our phones upside down because you're not going to find out. So.
I get that. But if you're saying it that way, trying to call women out like that, then actually, if we want to speak on it, we sparing their feelings. At least I'm not covering it up. So within that date, you're feeling uncomfortable. So even if you want to say women hide their stuff, at least I care about your feelings in this moment. But a man don't get 2 shitloads of stuff, so he turn it face down because he don't care.
Right. Because they're very good with
I
that.
disagree. It's not the men that's doing that. It's the women that's doing that.
That's not true.
You
That's not true.
No, I'm saying the women don't do it because we have other ways,
I know, I get what you're saying, but we still sparing feelings by having it the other way.
Yeah, but I'm going to go beyond certain limits to make sure you don't see something, instead of just turning my phone upside down,
I know women do things, but I didn't know they go above and beyond like that, guys.
Because if you're not my man, I don't have to hide anything.
I don't care. I don't have to prove nothing to you.
I don't need to hide anything.
Right.
Like I don't need to.
Okay, are you talking about a date? Like when you first go out with someone, they turn their
phone? Like that's what he's saying. When you go out, yeah.
This is a date. This is not your partner.
Yeah, this is a date.
Either or. However, but both scenarios. She with you. You with him, and this y'all first date.
Me personally, I don't even care.
I don't care.
To be honest, I don't care. I mean, whether the phone up or the phone down, who cares? Because at the end of the day, that's their phone.
Thank you. It's their. I mean, like I said, it's their phone. It's their
phone.
I'm not gonna. If you want to turn your phone, I mean, if you're doing that to be sneaky, you don't even have to do that around me because I don't have interest in going through your phone anyway. So if you got to flip your phone to be sneaky, I don't care because I have no interest going in it. So it's kind of like to me the same way. I don't care about it.
If you're in a relationship and his man keeps his phone down, you gonna build that.
Who cares? I'm not putting
that is
who cares 10 years down the line, but I'm talking about
I want to say something.
Can I say something? First of all, I used to care back in the day, but then as I get older, all that trying to go through a person's phone and invade their privacy, it's putting too much into a relationship, too much negativity in a relationship that you do not need. I don't care because if I get into this interest and want to go through your phone, then it's going to make me feel insecure and it's going to make me, feel like I can't trust you. So why am I, if I'm dealing with someone, I can't trust them to a point I have to go through their phone. Why am I dealing with them? I can care less because if you respect the same as such as, with me, you ain't going through my phone. I don't need to, I'm not going to go through yours. So I just think that I don't care. Me personally, I don't care about that.
I don't go through phones. However, I do feel like a phone being face down, right, will catch anyone's attention. Going through your phone, I'm grown. I'm not doing that. But if we cool and your phone is faced up at one point and now all of a sudden it's down, anybody, man or woman, is going to notice that and bring it up because it's a red flag.
Especially if you're feeling
that person. On that, BB.
Yeah, like, we got to be real with this. You ain't got to go through the phone and nag them, but in the back of your mind, you're going to take note.
You're going to be like, Yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, that nigga on some other shit. He had his phone down the whole time, blah blah, whatever.
You ain't go to a big extent, but it's gonna trigger something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me, when I was younger, and even now, you grow as you get older. Certain things are just not important anymore. We bring extra stress to ourselves because we stress on things that's really even if
don't
you
matter.
some tricky stuff. How can you stop him?
Exactly. You can't. It don't matter
if you want to, because you
just gotta let them be people. Like you can't make nobody do something. If he can turn his phone up all night, and then as soon as he still can be sneaky.
It's
just
ways.
the phone down and the phone up doesn't. You have to understand, and this is the concept that I had to come to in order to make myself a better person in a relationship. People are going to be people. Yeah. You can't stop them. And if a man walk out the door and they got a big booty girl walking down the street, he gonna look.
It's the nature of a man.
Just saying, they're gonna look. Men gonna watch girls that's naked. They gonna watch. So they're gonna do.
No, but she has a point.
I'm just being
you can't stop that.
Like we just
you can't stop it, but you will. The point that I'm making is you might can't stop it, but you're gonna notice it. That's the point I'm making with this whole thing. You saying it's not gonna bother you, but you will see it.
If it's a factor, like that's not a factor to me.
That's
like
you say that, but you will see it.
Phone up, because at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want.
I get that, but you still gonna take note that man doesn't change the behavior.
I'm not.
Can I tell you guys a story? Okay. I was dealing with this guy, and I did everything, go through his phone, his social media account, all this stuff that I went through, all this hassle, just for him to still cheat. And how I found out he cheated was when I stopped looking, eventually it came to me. So regardless, it don't matter. What's done in the dark will come out in the light. And when I got to a point, it was stressful on my behalf. Going through his phone, I'm not finding anything. And I went through his phone religiously. I'm talking about every time I see him on the hour, every hour, and he was still cheating on me, and I didn't know. So it doesn't. I get it. Like, you're gonna take note, but that's not something you should make a factor. That's not something that you should put emphasis on, because they're gonna do what they're gonna do regardless, and then you're gonna stress yourself out for what?
Right. I get what you're saying. See,
we was just talking about
stress, because I've never been through a man's phone. I've caught cheating just by a man feeling himself. What I'm saying is, in a sense of life, you notice changes. This is if you understand me better in that way. Whenever somebody make a change in their behavior, naturally notice. I'm not saying you're gonna go digging. I'm not saying you're gonna start being accusatory or question. I'm saying you notice, just like a woman, you want your man notice when you change your hair. He notice when your attitude fluctuates because something's wrong. You don't have to make it a big deal or stress about it, but you see that there's something that could possibly be off. It may not come back up for another 5 or 6 years, but you'll come back and say, oh, well, I remember back then something did change. That's just off you noticing your man. You don't have to make it about stressing in your relationship. You just paying attention. That's where I'm getting at with the situation, because I don't go through phones and stuff. That's just too much for me. But
so you're basically saying if the person, if it was a routine in the beginning of the relationship, and then the routine starts to shift, that's what you're talking. Okay.
Yeah.
But JP was saying just in general, like the phone thing, place down. We was just saying that, like, because I know me, I notice stuff like that all the time. I pick up on stuff like that. So now I don't think it's so much if we care or not. It's just that, you know what I'm saying, like.
But on the first date, I don't pay it. It won't even.
Yeah, it won't even affect like.
Pay it too much attention, because we just hanging out. Like, I have no obligation to you. You are free. But once you become my partner in life, I will notice when your behavior change. That's natural.
Or if you're someone that I'm dating and you continue to be doing that, and every time I come around, it's Like, yeah, I'm gonna
I know
start.
some
Like,
people that as soon as you get next to
turn
them,
yours
they do
over, I
this.
turn mine over. Now we both got ours over.
oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you thinking I got something going on? You think, I mean, what's up? You turn yours, I turn mine.
But have y'all been in a situation when somebody next to you and then they do this as soon as you come back? Every time the phone goes back.
Well,
I don't
they
even
do it,
pay
I
it
do
no
it.
mind.
We
You
just
know.
gonna be even. So you start turning your phone down. I'm turning
Listen,
mine down.
we
You turn
gonna be
yours
Yeah,
low.
we
I'm
can
gonna
be
turn mine
petty.
low. Like,
Yeah.
what's up? We gonna be
We just
even.
gonna be.
Drink
So
some
now
water.
you thinking something, I'm thinking something. We just gonna live like that. What's up? People gonna be people. You can't. I mean,
Our
Yeah.
thoughts just gonna be thoughts, huh?
we gonna be even. This what you do. You go out at 5 and you come home at 6 the next morning. I'm coming at 7. We even.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. So we winding down, and so look, we got a couple of more questions, okay? Because it's really getting real interesting. I'm gonna play a clip, and I know women are taking over everywhere, and I know women are excited all over the world. You know, they have BLM ran by 3 fat black lesbians. They have you have Indian chick saying saying she's black power. Vice President Kamala Harris. You know what I'm saying? You have football players that's not only playing that's a woman not only playing football but playing football with the men. Check this shit out, guys.
His history in college football. Vanderbilt Commodores coming back onto the field. They will kick off to start the second half, and Sarah Fuller will kick off for Vanderbilt to become the very first woman to compete in the Southeastern Conference in a football game and a Power 5 football game. And there she is, wearing number 32, her soccer jersey number, and just 6 days ago was winning an SEC soccer tournament championship in Orange Beach, Alabama. And wouldn't you know it, history is on the field in Columbia, Missouri, as Sarah Fuller is about to put her right foot into a football, speaking volumes to women around the world. Awesome. You can hit crowd. Everybody understands what's happening right now. This is pretty cool. And the kick down at the 35-yard line. It's Sarah Fuller. Happy Thanksgiving. What a day. What a day.
Now, how y'all feel about that? Now, did you see what happened right here? Now, let me back this up a little bit. Did you see what happened right here? And you all know we seen football for years, right? We have seen football, witnessed football for years. And we know when someone makes a great point or, you know, or makes a great tackle, where they say good, where they slap you and say, hey, good job. Look at this.
Happy Thanksgiving.
High fives. High fives. No. Come on now. So hold up. You can slap a man on the ass, but can't slap the woman. Wow. Okay.
No, JP. No, because slapping a dude on the backside was always suspect to me since sports started. I don't understand. You have a whole hand, bro. I have a whole shoulder you can tap.
No, it does. So let me explain. So, and I don't play football all my life. The reason why they don't slap you on your back or your head, because when you slap somebody in the helmet, your head is ringing. Slapping somebody in the butt is like motivation. It's not nothing homosexual about it. Nothing. It's like, no, let me finish. It's like patting a horse on the ass. Like, come on, let's go, let's get it. You know, and that's the no, because in this no, because if you was on the team with me, I'll be slapping your ass too as well. Because come on, let's get it going. Yes, I would. And you wouldn't say 2 words about it. You wouldn't say 2 because that's the culture. That's the culture of football. See, that's the reason why. No, that's the reason why when you bring women into a man-dominated sport, you change the nature of what we do, how to motivate people, and that's a motivator because we didn't see. It's like, come on, man, let's get it going.
But
So
why
I'm
not
telling
just
you,
Marcus, I just don't get why you can say let's get it going on my shoulder.
no,
Okay,
that's
so
culture.
JP, you love to do research. So where did slapping a man on his butt derive from?
I have to look that up.
Because it don't fit with me. Why you? I feel like it was the sick person.
It started with football because when you think about it, if I'm crashing helmets and my head is already ringing. Why smack me in the head?
My shoulder.
Your shoulder hurts too as well because you're tackling. No. You go. Look, it's gonna motivate you. It's gonna get you going. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so Marcus, you saying right?
Yep.
A man can motivate you just walking down the street, and he say, "Good job, Marcus. Keep it up."
That's different. That's in a different context because that's why we're not in a competition. When I'm playing ball, it's different. Now, ain't no grown man gonna slap me on my ass walking down the street. Now, that's not gonna happen. Yeah.
That's what you said. You said you.
No, I said in competition. In competition. Look at it like this. My thing is it's a broader issue. When I was in high school, and now be mindful, I'm country, so I say wrestle. When I was wrestling, we had women that was on the wrestling team as well. So when she got slapped on the ass on the rest, nobody thought nothing about it. That was back in the 90s. Now all of a sudden we can't slap nobody on the ass no more to motivate nobody. Come on, man.
You slap me on my butt to motivate me. I promise you don't.
I guarantee you, if you was in the heat of competition, you would not mind because you already mad, upset. You need that extra level of motivation. That's a level of motivation. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. And that's all it is. Ain't nobody grabbing your butt. They just smacking your ass. That's all. That's it.
I mean, smacking my behind will motivate me in a certain, setting. But, I mean, I get that it's culture. I get that, I mean, me personally, I agree too. The whole smacking the butt, I don't understand it, but I understand that it's culture as well.
Hey,
but y'all didn't see the bigger picture though. That girl went out there and kicked that ball. That ball didn't go nowhere. That was a sad sticking of a level of competition I never seen in my life. Don't get me wrong. There's a place for women's sports, but it's not with the men to the most part. I'm gonna say that again. There's a place for women's sports, but it's not with men. The level of competition between men and women are totally different. If that's the case, we need to get rid of genders in Olympics and let all of them run together. And I guarantee you, a woman would never win another race in her life again. But
you had me until you said that out your mouth.
No, it's the truth. You cannot sit there and tell me if me and you was racing on the street, if me and you was racing on the street, I would not let you beat me. You would not beat me in a foot race. I don't care what would happen. It would not go down.
You're right. You won't let me because I will already just beat you. You don't have to let me do it. I'm going to just do it.
Nah, see, it don't work that way. See, let me tell you something.
Listen.
It don't work that way. It's the same way on the football field. You don't see women linebackers playing in college. You don't see women offensive linemen. You don't see them running back or receiver because they can't compete at that level. She was a kicker. Somebody is not going to touch her. She would not go down and make a tackle. She's not in a position to stop somebody advancing the ball. She doesn't have that level of strength. There's no woman right now. There are some women, very few women that can actually compete on the men's level, but there's a very small, minute set of women. But the average woman, no. And I'm not trying to say that a woman should not be able to compete with men because we've seen it when Billie Jean King played tennis and won, and maybe they tried to get Serena Williams to play one of the men in the men's league. She said no because she couldn't win. There's already a built-in dominance of a man over a woman.
Say that because she couldn't win, or is that your assumption?
No, she said that. She said when they was talking about women in the men's sport, she said men are genetically better than women when it comes to certain things. That's just the way it is. And sports is one of them. That's why we have different levels of degrees of completion. A woman might have to run a mile in the military in 16 minutes, but a man has to run a mile in 12 minutes. The reason is because there's a different level of competition, a different level of strength in a woman. A woman only has to do 7 push-ups. A man has to do 30 push-ups. If you're going to sit there and say it's equal, y'all both do 30. Because when you come to the gym with me and you say, well, I'm strong as you, JP can tell you, then let's slap on 225 and let's get it going. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're my equal, then you can do as I do. And I'm not trying to say that a woman should not be able to compete in men's sports, but don't ask for special carve-outs when you're on that level.
Slap her on her ass.
Slap her on the ass.
Slapping the ass need to stop all across the board now.
Look, you know what?
Go ahead, JP.
My bad. Go ahead, baby.
I do feel like in the sports aspect of what you're saying, and only in the sports, is that it should be separate. I do feel like it should be opportunities for men and women doing special events, but because I do know that men physique can naturally be stronger than a woman, and a woman has to build towards the tolerance of a man. That's why I feel like it should be separate, because we can get hurt. Imagine all those men coming at you. So it's a safety issue for me, I would say. It's good for those special tournaments. Like I said, we making history now. I'm going to show you, but men deserve to be on their own, doing their thing when it comes to sports, and women should do the same, because there's certain things in life that women like just us. Sports is big for men, and we have things that are big for us, and we don't want men to come in and just take over. Allow us to have our own thing. And I think it's okay to have your own thing and play with it a little bit. But
with that being said, and that's a great point, and I got someone I'm gonna bring in as well. And I actually want to bring him in a special way. But all she could have done was kick it with these chicks.
You know what, JP?
She could have kicked it with these chicks.
See,
nobody going out there with them.
I watched that show before, and I think the women can play football, but why do they have to be naked?
I could watch this all day.
Now this is football.
Like, why are the girls naked? I don't
see this is football.
We're not gonna watch. We're not gonna watch it any other way. Women are not meant to be in some type of level of competition like that. It's not going to draw the crowd that they want them to see. I'm just being honest with you. That's like
I was getting ready to say that. I was saying that, you know,
all the freaks
women,
gonna come.
That's why you think about it. The WNBA, a lot of people don't watch it because it's a bunch of women who look close like men that's dressed in these baggy jerseys and outfits. Nobody really wants to watch that. So to get the crowd and get the the audience, I mean, women have to kind of gravitate to a man's attention. So a man ain't gonna watch football if it's women that dress like men, but they will watch it if women have little bikini and they butt out and stuff. I mean, I think it's a great marketing.
It shouldn't even take that. I feel like as people, men should give us the respect that we deserve, and everything shouldn't be sexualized, or in the way you put it, like, men, don't nobody want to watch a woman doing that. Like, we need to support each other the same. I just think it's wrong.
I hear what you're saying, but capitalism doesn't work that way, because if there's not a market for it, if it's not a market for it, I'm not going to watch it. So you're going to lose out anyway. So my thing is that if you want to play the sport, you have to play at the rules of capitalism. So if you're not bringing butts to the seat and filling the stadium, then it's not going to be a sport period for them to play. Now, but let me say this right. But let me say it might be a level of degradation or degrading a woman in a mindset, but that's no different than a woman dancing at a strip club, because she's half naked or fully naked, but it's putting butts in the seat and she's making money that way. Now, my thing is that is how you market the sport. We market football for men based on violence and get somebody hurt. It's a car crash every play. But for a woman, it's not a car crash. We don't see the same level of violence in female sports like that. You don't see women ducking left and right. Yeah, some can dunk, but not at the velocity of men on the sport. I'm not saying there's not a place for it, but if the market doesn't call for a certain thing, it's not going to happen. Now, maybe they can put clothes on one day and actually play. You know what I'm saying? But for this time in this market, most of those women are happy half naked running down the field. I think it's a level of happiness when I watch it. It's like they look happy to me. JP,
and they look happy, and they slap on the ass too.
They slap on the ass too. That's right, Jay. They slap each other on the ass too as well. How about that?
All right. So look, we are running down, man. We are running. This show is so good. We're gonna bring my man in right quick, but let me ask the ladies about something, because I want to ask y'all about Do y'all think that if you ran across a pure man, as far as no sexual contact or nothing, you know what I'm saying, would you appreciate that man? Or would you depreciate that man? Because if you know that this man is pure, is pure, as the South would say, as pure, how would you treat a pure man?
Well, first and foremost, I don't think I would go for a pure man because, I have needs and I have wants, and if you're on that side of, oh, I'm pure and all that, cool, but that's not my lane, and I don't want to feel as though I'm trying to be someone I'm not, just for the sake of how you made choices. I'm not pure, so
No, what? But I want to wait till the words. You talking about you ain't gonna respect that?
I would respect it, but I wouldn't deal with them because that's not what I don't want someone who's pure. I want someone who's experienced. I don't,
So,
you
so
know.
you're gonna miss a chance. I don't know of a lifetime.
I mean,
To start off fresh, the freshest you can get. You can do whatever you want.
no, I rather have someone with experience.
For me, it wouldn't bother me because of the fact that I would treat it as though I treat a relationship right now. Because think about it, you can get with a man and now he's fire in all those areas, but then something happened and he can't do it anymore. Then what? You get rid of him and go to the next, or you adjust and learn that part of your life is no longer there. What do you do?
See, I'm okay with the pure guy because I feel like if you're speaking of it in a sexual term, I feel like sex can always be taught. Like just because you haven't used your tool, because no, because just be real. No, you gotta be real because anything sexual you're learning through experience. You at one point in life you didn't know something and you had to do something to get good at it. Like, but what you can't teach in life is for somebody to truly love you and truly respect you. Like, come on now, y'all done got people have got with some men that can't even perform in the bed, and you also it's the same thing with a woman. I don't see an issue.
I think if your preference, if you could do that, yeah, cool. But I don't want to be with nobody pure. I'd rather have experience. I'm sorry. I'm at that point in my life. I don't want to know, or I don't want to teach you, I want you to teach. I want to teach you how to learn myself. But I'm not going to be like, oh, this is the hole you put it in. This is how you do this. This is
But just because he's pure doesn't mean he's dumb. Like,
no, it's not about being dumb. I don't want to put the effort.
Come on now, you got everything out for people to see. This ain't like the 1900s. You see sexual stuff all the time. So pure don't mean dumb. It don't mean he don't know what he's doing and can't find a hole and please you. He just haven't taken his time to do it to somebody. And
so you're gonna lose out on a good man, a great man, because you don't want to teach him a few little things.
Who say? Well, just because he's pure doesn't mean he's a good man.
But I'm saying it could be. You just
but you're making an assumption. You're prejudging, saying because someone is pure and they've never experienced being with a woman that they're a good guy. That's not true.
No,
you can meet someone who's pure and you give them some, and that's the first time, and they probably like
saying no shot at all though. You saying no shot at all to even see where the situation.
Why? Because I already know where it's going to go, and I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I'm like, no,
it's just like I gotta get it. Like, no, I gotta get it. This is not.
I'm just more so. I don't want to waste that person's time, and I don't want them to waste mine. So if I know if I'm going to a situation and I don't feel the person, I don't want to. They might eventually pique my eye, but if I don't have interest in them, I'm not going to force myself to have interest in them based on what they have or based on who they are. You know what I'm saying? So it's more so not wasting a person's time.
Now, JP, let me say this. I used to ask this question at work. I used to ask women all the time, say, they always tell me, I just want a pure man like that. And I said, okay, so say if you own a football team, you can own the Dallas Cowboys. Are you going to are you going to recruit somebody who never played football before to play on your team, or are you going to get somebody who got years of experience to get the best bang for your buck? They say I'm gonna get the best players. That's the same way when it comes to relationship. Sometimes you don't, you like I said, you ain't got time to be dealing with that. As a man, we take time because it's a difference of appeal for a pure woman versus a woman with a man. My thing is, I understand. Nobody want to be fumbling down there trying to figure it out as it goes. That's frustrating for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I feel y'all pain either way. You know what I'm saying? Good or bad. God bless you if you did it, and if you don't do it, I understand. Cause I tell you, Jesus, I remember my times when I thought I had a pure. You don't want that, man. You don't want that. You don't want that.
Y'all about to eat. Stripper.
That's
Yeah, you about to eat. Sure.
No, but I get what you're saying, and I can respect that because if the vibe just not there, and then the person saying they pure, you're gonna feel like you're just wasting your time across the board. Like it really is all about what pleases you at the end of the day.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry.
All right. So, ladies, all right, we cutting down. We cut down. This is a great show. And everyone that's out there, please like this video. Take the time out, and each of y'all motherfuckers on this panel too. Make sure y'all revisit this and like the button yourselves. Okay, we need what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 7, 8, 9. Okay, cool. All right. Spell Philippines.
Oh no.
Yeah, you got me.
I'm not.
Don't look up Google. I see y'all looking up Google. Don't even do it. I see them eyes moving.
Tanaya, let me see your phone real quick. I'm all on the phone.
Okay. Yeah. After this, you can have the floor. Jay wants to introduce yourself. When you do come in, Jay, introduce yourself and your occupation.
Who, me?
Okay, so anybody know how to spell Philippines?
No.
Okay, that's another $30 going down the drain. Okay. Okay, Jay, go ahead and introduce yourself. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. What's up? How are you? Hello.
What's your occupation and what's your name?
Jamon, studying to be a massage therapist and chiropractor.
All right. That's excellent, man. That's right. He get that body right. All right. Yeah, you came in, but now we winding down to the last moments of the show, of the JP show. It's been a tremendous show, by the way. So such amazing women. The last question. Do when raised in a single home, is it possible for the women to raise a man?
She can raise her son, but she can't raise a man. I mean, because
Can
I've done
raise a man. That came Michelle.
And she can do the best that she can to really teach him how a woman want to be treated. But to be honest, I was a single parent, and even though I was in a relationship, I still felt like I was a single parent because typically he really wasn't the father figure that my child really needed. So I don't think a man can ever raise a man. I think she can raise her son and teach him the best way that she can, but only a man can raise a man. Just hands down.
Ladies, y'all agree? Y'all agree with that? Or do y'all think y'all had that will in you to raise a man?
No. I mean, I agree. I'm with her. I agree that, a woman can raise a son, but a man, that's another story. I'm conservative, so my values are, when it comes down to the household and the man being the one that leads, I'm big on that. So I agree. I don't think that a woman could raise a boy to be a man. That takes a lot of and it's unfortunate to be in that situation, but it just takes a lot of, just telling them what you know and just saying, you know what, I can teach you but so much. But
well, JP, let me say this right.
It's been
go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I think I was gonna say, I don't know, as far as depth and like I mean, yeah, you could teach them, but it's been a lot of women that has raised good men. So I don't fully agree with that part. Like,
Well, when you say raise good men, um, are you saying like at some point those guys didn't like getting male role models to help cultivate them? Because like in my situation, my mom raised me to be a good guy, but at some point, what made me become a real good man, even in the process, I had to find male role models to help really fine tune it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
If
agree.
if I left it to my if I left it to my mom, I'd be a beta male simp right now.
Let me say this right here. You know, for me, my outside me, you know, prior to me being an immigration officer, I was a federal probation officer, and I dealt with all kind of people from all kind of walks of life. But when I read the pre-sentence report and I saw, you know, when it came to the family section, a lot of these men who was incarcerated who came out didn't have male role models, and they fell to the streets to see what a man is, and they was just going from place to place to understand the machismo of a man to the most part, and they failed miserably on many occasions. That's on one end. For myself, my son came to me when he was 14. Well, I'm sorry, 14, 15. And his mother said, I can only do what I can do. It's now it's left up to you. And that's what I did. I whooped his ass. I kicked his ass. I made him do things. I showed him what it is to work hard and earn a dollar, to be responsible, be respectable, also be determined in what you want in life, and be more so be responsible, because you're going to live on your own. A man can only teach a man how to be a leader, to be responsible to a certain degree. Not saying a woman can't, but it's a different kind of mindset for a man, because we're not going to love you when we're trying to teach you to be a man. We're going to be stern and hard and give it to you real and raw and uncut. Because there's been so many times I had to put my foot, my fist, my arms around his neck and choke the shit out of him. But he respected more now because he's 25. He has his own place, own car, never been arrested, he's not using drugs, and he sees everything that I was talking about in life. And I was blessed to have a father in my life who did the same to me. My father passed away when he was 83, and he did the same thing to all of us, all three of my brothers. Because when it was time to go outside and do some work, we was out there working with him. When it was out there time to go out there and rake some leaves or knock on doors to make extra money, he showed us how to. But if somebody wants to pat me on my back and give me a hug and say, baby's gonna be all right, that's up to my mama. My daddy didn't do that. My mama would say, my daddy would say, get your ass up and do it again. Let's try. Come on. You ain't got time to cry.
I want to add.
I just feel like I just my not to brag, but yeah, like my husband mother raised him, and yeah, like do he have flaws? Yeah, but he's a bomb ass man, and she raised him by herself. So yeah,
I want to add that based on the book The Way of the Superior Man, it explained that boys to being a man, the way that we have to be cultivated is through constructive criticism. For women in general, most times they can't take constructive criticism, so you have to speak more. Is even the way you speak to a guy is different than how you speak to women, and I failed to understand this. It took me a while because I would speak very straightforward and direct. It's reasons why like guys like Kevin Samuels is hated by is disliked by so much women, because he's actually speaking like he would speak to another man. So for a boy, if everything is passive for him, as what's his name was saying, Marcus was saying, like it makes him weak in life, because for a man to really get through life, he has to be not aggressive, but he has to have self-confidence. He has to have ambition and drive. Of course, women can have that too, but for men, it's like if you don't have that, you're gonna be shitted on over and over and over and over and over. Women can have the same principles, but at the end of the day, I was telling my mom, like, women can always just find another guy. Like, you could be like, I don't want to do anything, and go find the guy that will give you money and take care of you and love you. For a man, it's like if you have nothing, people just look at you like, oh, you're screwed. You better go get it.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Now, the rest of the blacks are coming in. Blacks are always late. You know, blacks are always late, but we have some more blacks coming in right now, and I really appreciate it. And this is the great. Now, I mean the great, undefeated, except when it comes to reparation for blacks, who thinks that they deserve it so much and ignores the other ones that's been enslaved as well. All right, let's introduce Kufu the Great. Kufu the Great.
Yo, Kufu, you gotta get some lights, man.
Lights. Man, I'm in my basement, man.
Hey, this guy right here. Let me tell you about this guy right here. Is an amazing researcher, man. I mean, the guy's great. You know what I'm saying? The great Kufu. Listen to him.
What was I talking about earlier?
But not all the time.
They
We
were
were
talking
talking about
about-
the thing that we just I don't see also on here. I don't see him.
They were talking about sports with women and men, and then a pure man, if a woman would get with a pure man who never had sex before, and then we spoke about if a woman can raise a man, a boy to a man.
Yeah, she can. I don't know why people keep saying they can't, but she can. I mean,
see.
I mean, think about it. I mean, think about it. Think about it. Who's your first teacher anyway? Is your mom?
Mm-hmm.
Your mom. To say that women can't teach a boy to be a man is
there you go.
I'm sorry. It's just. I mean, it's just the way people think in this country. Like women have had countries before and armies and shit. And you talking about women can't teach a boy to be a man? I mean, most things men aspire to, women have already done themselves. So it's kind of like you got to kind of look beyond the boy and the girl type shit. You know what I mean?
No, you cannot. And let me say, I hear what you're saying. There's a lot of single mothers out there who raise men, and they have done a well job and a swell job.
It's not about being a single mother, though. It's not about
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because when you think about it, when a single mother is raising a child, a male or female, she more tends to gravitate to a woman because they're like sex. But when it comes to a man, she's going to raise them and love them. But when it's that sternness or sometimes that level of discipline, or when he starts growing and puberty kicks in and she can't relate to that, that's when the problem kicks in sometimes. And you need that male role model.
That's for me, when people say that, that's perspective.
Because role models come in.
You can't say that.
So as to what I said, role models have to come in at some point.
But you can't generalize that for all women.
I can. I want to say I can. And the reason I said it because my past experience, and when I was, like I said, when I was working in probation, I did in South Carolina, I did in DC, I did in LA, I did in New York, and I seen the same trend over and over again when it came in front of me. I'm not saying that this man cannot be a great man if he was raised by a single woman, but he's going to miss out on some things he's going to be left wondering too if you don't see a strong male role model in front of him. I don't care what nobody says because
I give you that.
And that's where, because a woman can only do so much, and they'll tell you, I can only do so much with you. I can't teach you how to shave. I can't teach you when you have a wet dream. What's all that about for a man? I can't.
Well, I'm gonna try my best to teach it all. I don't know. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best. I don't. Yeah.
And guess what? And a lot.
But those are all women don't know about men, and men don't know about women. That's a small little.
Yeah, but guess what?
Matter.
And like, a lot of women. I'm sorry, Kufu. And a lot of women ain't gonna teach their sons the game of how to actually get women.
I was gonna say that
because it's embarrassing. Like, oh, I'm gonna tell you how your daddy really got me. Nah.
I don't see where that would kind of point that would make.
Okay, look. Well, for one, who's in charge of teaching the child emotions?
Both.
I think that's most of a woman because most men.
Emotions already there. It's about emotional control. Emotions are always there for children.
Emotional control, yeah, exactly.
The biggest thing that people have. The biggest thing that people have to understand: children are already in a feminine state, boy and girl. They're already in a feminine state.
No,
women are naturally, or girls are already. Well, okay, children are in a feminine state, right? If you're a girl, you don't really have to cultivate anything other than your feminine essence, which is just already the default. for boys, you have to cultivate masculinity. It just doesn't snap or turn on. Like that's something. It's a mindset. It's like, okay, I can have the muscles, I can have the strength, but if my mind is weak in terms of my tolerance emotionally, overcoming rejection, fear, all that stuff. Literally, there's grown men who are still operating like they're 10 years old because.
But who teaches them that when they're first born? It's the mom. Your mom teaches you emotional control when you're born, whether you like it or not. She's your first fucking teacher.
Mom don't have emotion control.
No, they have emotional support, but not emotional control.
To me, your father balanced that for you. If you have a strong man, he'll tell you when it's time to get angry. He'll tell you when it's time to fight. He'll show you those moments in life. And he'll let you know this is not your fight. This is not your battle. But also he'll show you by his actions, about when he gets up and go to work every day, you mimic that. You see him out there cutting wood. You see him out there raking leaves. You see him out there working on the car. You see him doing manly stuff, and he wants to imitate that as much as possible. Not saying a woman can't do it, because she can do just as well. But I'm just saying, for a man, he wants to see that because he sees somebody who looks like him doing things, and then when he has these emotions inside of him, he knows what to do with it now, because now he has a role model to say, this is what you do it the right way. Because when that anger builds up for a man and no outlet, and it's only a woman that not saying they can, it's hard for a woman to say, go in there and punch that goddamn tree, or bring your stupid ass over here. Let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Before you go out there and do something stupid.
And a lot of moms might emasculate their sons.
And not me, because it's been many times, like I said, I had to put hands on mine. I said, if you want to hit somebody, hit me. Let's start with me first. If you can get past me, then go out there and take on the world. That was my daddy did to me. And it made me check my anger. It's like, I can't go out there and fuck up the world because I'm mad. And those little things like that, they may not seem like big messages, but as he grows, then he'll start putting it in context. Like my son, because my son comes back and tells me all the time, I said, Dad, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. And I always tell myself, I don't want to be right. I just want to make sure that you're alive the next day after. And that's my biggest thing.
And that's what's going on right now.
Hold on. So
hold on, JP.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you finish this one out. We'll keep it short because we gotta move to another show in about 30 minutes. So we gotta prep, and we're gonna be closing. In a minute, I want everyone to get their closing remarks. So with your rebuttal, you can start with your closing remarks.
Okay, my closing remark was you can see this going on right now online on the internet, where there's certain men who are making content about manhood and stuff, and a lot of them are saying like, yo, like, this is stuff I wish someone would have told me, especially ones that have single moms and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of things that's just like, yo, like, no one told me this. Or some boys are saying, wow, I did hear my father or some older men saying this, but now it makes sense now that I'm in the phase of being a man.
All right, great. All right. So we're closing down. Anyone else want to say something? Y'all want to let your business out there? Anything you want to do? Anything you want to say?
Listen, just be kind to one another, love each other, and know that we all have differences, and that's okay. And also for all the ladies, if you like to get knotless braids done, just at Miss Gemini, and look, I'll take care of you. Any length, just let me know.
Period.
Okay.
And I just want to say, check on your strong friends. As BB said, always be kind. Remember, people don't know battles that other people are fighting, so it costs nothing to be nice. And
The show was great. If you need taxes done, if you need an expert, because I'm the coldest in the game right now, period. You can follow me at ASAP Tax Pros BR. We're in 50 states. I have 100 agents that works for me. I'm a tax specialist. I go around, I teach. Right now, unemployment went around. So a lot of people are losing a lot of money because they want to go to TurboTax. You go to TurboTax, it's a fact. You'll be right back to me. So at the end of the day, follow me, DM me. I don't charge to give any kind of information. I don't charge for estimates and all that, because at the end of the day, I just want to see my people win and get everything that's due to them.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to say, It was a great show. And for all y'all ladies, if you're playing football with me, I will pat you on the ass. No problem with it. To motivate you. And thank y'all so much. You can follow me at Marcus.Hemingway at 48 on Instagram.
Yes, this was a great show. Thank you. Thanks, JP, for having me. I enjoyed myself. And much love to everyone on the panel.
Yes.
All right, peace
Same
out.
here.
Hey, hold on. Before y'all go, right? All right, look, one more thing. Some months have 31 days. Some months have 30 days.
February.
How many months has 28?
1.
12. 12. 12.
Oh,
12.
12 do.
12.
Oh.
I was first. I get my $5 when I see you, JP.
Why I'm moving and stuff? What you trying to sell me? I ain't with that, bruh. I ain't with that, bruh. No, listen. This for you and your family.